The President of the Australian Council of Trade Unions has written a letter to the Prime Minister calling for rapid antigen tests to be made free for all Australians. Joining me now live is the Acting Secretary of the Australian Council of Trade Unions, Liam O'Brien. Liam, thank you so much for joining us. Why did the union feel the need to write to the Prime Minister on the matter?
Thanks and good morning. Look, this is the second time we've now come out calling for the government to act on rapid tests. Back in October, unions, along with business, called on the government to introduce a rapid testing scheme for small and medium business because we know that these are an essential tool at keeping workplaces safe and indeed now keeping them even just open.
Well, the Prime Minister will today take a proposal to National Cabinet for low-income earners, welfare recipients and pensioners to be given direct cash payments to buy RAT tests. Do you think that this goes far enough?
This is just such a half measure, and it's like the half measures that we've had from this government throughout the pandemic. It's too little, too late. What we need is a rapid testing program that all Australians can access, but in particular, essential workers across the country. Now, right now, we are seeing rising cases. We're seeing businesses being forced to close or reduce hours because they can't access staff. This program is going to do nothing to put a dent in that problem. We must have rapid tests free and accessible for as many Australians as possible, focusing on those essential workers at the moment.
The Prime Minister says that it would be the same mechanism as the COVID disaster payments. Given that those payments were so successful, why wouldn't this sort of a scheme work?
Look, this is going to be highly bureaucratic. Why is it so hard for us to do what indeed other countries have done? Boris Johnson today is actually sending rapid tests out to workplaces. They are mailing them to your homes. Why can't we use this awesome public infrastructure that we've got in terms of the mail service to get rapid tests where they need to go? It's just so plain and simple that this government needs to act to keep us safe.
Are there any economic deterrents at all to making these tests free?
Look, it is absolutely important that we keep businesses open. Right now, the biggest risk to our economy is further lockdowns, but indeed, businesses just being forced to close because they can't access the staff that they need. That is the serious economic threat that's facing the country as we come indeed out of the pandemic. We wanted to recover through the first part of 2022, given that we were forced into lockdowns last year because we didn't have vaccines. It's just so important if we're going to keep businesses open that we get rapid tests where they need to get.
How much of the responsibility, though, lies on states and territories when it does come to rapid antigen testing and in general the PCR issues that we're seeing at the moment? How much responsibility actually lies on these jurisdictions?
Look, we've had lots of lectures from the Prime Minister about responsibilities, and throughout this pandemic, the federal government has failed to lead when it comes to coordinating the states. Now, it's just so important that we have a national government that is out there trying to source as many rapid tests as possible and getting them out to the places that they need them. Now, the federal government has been financially responsible for paying for PCR costs. Why is it that they're shirking their responsibility when it comes to rapid tests?
All right, just finally, so the letter's been sent by the ACTU. Have you at all received any sort of response or correspondence as of yet?
No, but look, we're hopeful that in the coming days, in particular with everybody calling for these tests to be made free and more widely accessible, that the Prime Minister will take stock and reverse his course on this. It's just so important if we're going to keep our economy moving and keep businesses open, that everybody has access to rapid tests.
Liam O'Brien, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.